Never sacrifice user experience in order to try to add a particular keyword 5 times or 10 times.
Marketing Hack of the Day is brought to you by ClickX.
See, when I'm reading a piece of content, I don't want to be reading like this topic and then all of a sudden an SEO keyword is right in the middle and it doesn't even make sense. The sentence doesn't even finish. You know, you can say online marketing company Toronto in the middle of a headline that talks about 5 ways to increase user engagement. See, those are the kind of content that people just close the window and say, what the crap is this? There's no point in reading this content. So what you really want to do is make sure that you're not sacrificing that user experience by stuffing the content with a bunch of keywords that you're trying to use in your SEO strategy. Now, you can make the argument that you're creating this page for just search engines, but why would you create a page just for search engines? You got to use a page for both search engines and people, right? Actually, I would put people first and search engine second, because you really want people to read the content and contact you if they actually landed on that page, not just search engines, right? So at the end of the day, never sacrifice the user experience, that the readability, for trying to add, you know, SEO keywords and, you know, in 5 times in one paragraph. And I see this and I'm often disappointed that they're not even reading their own content. The content doesn't even make sense. So that is a big mistake people make, and I would love for you to not make that mistake. Page length. Page length is a very, very, very important topic. Page length is going to really define whether or not you're going to show up on the first page or you're going to show up on the 100th page. So typically, back in the day when SEOs were just, you know, ranking pages by writing a 300-word blog post, no longer works. You can't write 300 words or 600 words or 900 words and just expect to be on the first page without really much effort in promoting the content or getting some link to the content and so forth. So today, the average length that we see is approximately 1,800 to 2,200 words of content. Now, it is really, really important, if this is what you call one of your money pages, this is the page, obviously every one of those keyword-rich page, you want to make sure that it's ranking on Google. It is really important to go back to those important pages and see the length of those pages. Are they 600 words? You might be ranking on the first page, you might be getting a lot of traffic for it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but you really want to make sure that you're going to start to enhance the page with more content, because when you enhance the page with more content, Google actually sees that there's more content added to this page, you know, so that they can crawl back and re-index it, or index it, or increase the position of the current page perhaps, or when somebody else comes to the website, they see more valuable content on the website. So essentially what you really want to do is pick those important pages and start to enhance the content. Like I said, 1,800 word pages tend to do really well, but if that's today, if it's 1,800 today, you might want to start planning to have 2,500 word blogs for the next year, right? It's been going up significantly because there's millions and millions of pages, billions of pages. Which page is going to rank? The one that's going to get the most user engagement, the one that's going to get the most links. And obviously, if you're going to create content, you want it to be for the purpose of actually acquiring, you know, good quality links by having good content on your website. So essentially, what I'm saying is work on the strategy of having long form content, and don't just get into the habit of, oh, I'm going to create a page just to rank it and it's only 300 words. Again, I believe Brian Dean did a research, and out of 1 million pages that they audited, they were mostly in the 1,800 to 2,000 word range. So obviously we already knew that, because the longer the word count is, I mean, we're not even counting at some point. It's more than 1,800, but we're not even going to stop. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep enhancing the blogs. You know, it's another thing to really go back to some of your old blogs that you get a lot of traffic, and to enhance them in case they were shorter in the first place. Now, these things are not, you know, like you just go write 1,800 words and magically you're going to show up. But what I'm saying is page length does make a difference. So if you're going to be putting a lot of effort coming up with a content strategy, you don't want to, you know, forget about page length. Page length is very important. Pay attention to it. Look at pages that you're not currently getting traffic for and see if page length is probably the reason, or is it one of the reasons, or there's no user engagement. There are blogs, I'm sure, if you've been writing blogs for years and years, that no longer get any visits. I mean, you don't even get one visit. You might as well delete those pages and 301 redirect to a newer page, that has more content, and you're more likely to make the website more lean and increase its traffic rather than having hundreds of blog posts that no one visits. That means that it's not even showing up in search results for anyone, and no one's ever going to go there, and nobody's going to come to your website and go back 6 months or 6 years and try to read your blog post from 2011. That is not going to happen. So you want to make sure that the content that you do have are actually helping you get the traffic. So optimize them, shrink your website a little bit, consolidate those 300-word blog posts into one ginormous 2,000 or 3,000 word blog post. Connect those interlinking topics and create them into one big blog post. That is going to get you more results.
Subscribe to our channel.
ClickX, helping businesses increase traffic, generate leads, and close deals.